The sun had just begun to rise over the lush green fields of Meadow Ridge Village. Birds usually filled the sky with their cheerful songs, but on this morning, something was eerily different. The cows grazing near the riverbank were restless, their tails swishing nervously, their ears twitching at every sound. Farmer Daniel, a stocky man in his late 40s, noticed the unusual silence. He loved his cattle dearly, especially a gentle white cow named Daisy, who had been born on his farm years ago. Daisy wasn't just a cow. She was family. Strange, Daniel muttered, adjusting his straw hat. They're never this quiet. Then he saw it, drag marks in the damp soil leading toward the thicket by the river. His heart raced as he ran closer. "Daisy!" he shouted, his voice cracking. What he saw froze him in place. A massive python, thick as a tree trunk, had coiled its scaly body around Daisy, squeezing with brutal force. The cow's frightened eyes begged for help, her low moose muffled under the crushing grip of the serpent. Daniel stumbled backward, panic surging through him. His instincts screamed to help, but the beast was enormous, far beyond what one man could fight. He ran toward the village, desperate for help. Within minutes, the news spread like wildfire. "A giant python has caught Daisy!" The villagers gathered in alarm, whispering in fear. Most had only heard legends of such giant snakes lurking in the dense forests. Few had seen one alive, but among them stood 3 people who could not ignore the call. Sarah, a veterinarian in her early 30s, known for her bravery and quick thinking. Ravi, a young but fearless forest ranger, skilled with ropes, knives, and survival tactics. Miguel, an ex-soldier who had returned to the village after years of service, carrying with him discipline, courage, and strength. Together, they formed an impromptu rescue team. "Daniel, show us the way," Sarah said firmly, grabbing her medical kit. Miguel picked up a sturdy bamboo pole and a machete, while Ravi packed ropes and a long iron hook used for snake handling. The crowd watched anxiously as the team marched toward the riverbank. Many prayed silently, fearing for both Daisy's life and the safety of the rescuers. When they arrived, the scene was even more horrifying. Daisy was lying on the ground, eyes wide in terror, her breaths shallow. The python's coils tightened with each movement. Its head, as large as a man's forearm, rose threateningly, tongue flicking in and out. Sarah gasped, but quickly steadied herself. "If we don't act now, Daisy won't survive." Miguel stepped forward, slamming the bamboo pole against the ground. The snake's head turned sharply toward him, hissing. "Ravi, be ready with the rope." "Sarah, stay behind me," Miguel commanded. The python lunged, its jaws snapping dangerously close. Miguel dodged, slashing with his machete to keep its head at bay. The serpent recoiled but did not release Daisy. Ravi circled to the side, heart pounding as he tried to loop the rope around the snake's thick body. The ground vibrated as the giant reptile thrashed violently, its strength almost unimaginable. Daisy let out a weak cry. "Hold on, girl, we're here," Sarah whispered, tears welling in her eyes. The battle was far from easy. Every attempt to loosen the python's coils was met with a terrifying hiss and a whip-like strike of its tail. Miguel narrowly avoided being crushed as the snake tried to wrap around him. At one point, Ravi was knocked to the ground, gasping for air as the snake's body brushed over him. Panic threatened to consume him, but then he remembered Daisy's eyes, innocent, helpless, pleading. He forced himself up, grabbed the rope, and tried again. Miguel shouted, "Aim for the head! Distract it!" Sarah, though trembling, picked up a large branch and waved it in front of the python's face. It lunged at her, giving Miguel and Ravi the chance they needed. With a swift motion, Ravi tightened the rope around the snake's neck, pulling with all his might. Miguel hacked at the coils with his machete, loosening them inch by inch. Finally, Daisy gasped a full breath of air as the pressure lessened, but the python was far from defeated. Enraged, it turned its fury on Miguel, striking so fast that even he barely reacted in time. Its fangs scraped against his arm, leaving a shallow but bloody wound. "Keep fighting," Miguel growled, ignoring the pain. Ravi pulled harder on the rope, anchoring it around a nearby tree. The snake writhed and twisted, its massive body shaking the ground. Sarah rushed to Daisy, checking her heartbeat. "She's weak but alive." "Just hold on a little longer," The team fought relentlessly. Sweat drenched their faces, muscles screamed in pain, but their determination burned brighter than fear. At last, after what felt like hours, the snake's strength began to falter. With one final coordinated effort, Miguel struck a heavy blow with his machete while Ravi tightened the rope fully. The python recoiled, then slithered backward toward the forest, defeated and retreating into the shadows. The ground fell silent once again. Sarah collapsed beside Daisy, stroking her gently. The cow's sides rose and fell with shaky breaths, but she was alive. Tears streamed down Daniel's face as he rushed forward. Thank you all," he sobbed, hugging Daisy's neck. Miguel wiped the blood from his arm, his expression calm but eyes shining with quiet pride. Ravi leaned on the tree, exhausted, while Sarah applied medicine to Daisy's bruises. The villagers who had followed at a distance now came running, cheering and crying. To them, the rescue team were heroes, not just for saving Daisy, but for proving that courage and compassion could defeat even the fiercest dangers. That night, the village gathered to honor the rescue team. Stories of their bravery spread quickly, reaching neighboring towns. Daisy recovered slowly but surely, her gentle eyes now carrying a spark of resilience. She became a symbol of hope for the community. Children would often pat her and whisper, "You're the bravest cow in the world." Miguel, Sarah, and Ravi didn't see themselves as heroes. To them, they had simply done what was right. Yet, deep inside, they knew that the bond between humans and animals had grown stronger that day. Daniel often said, "It wasn't just Daisy you saved. You reminded us all that compassion must always stand against cruelty." And so, the story of the courageous rescue team became a legend in Meadow Ridge Village, a tale of bravery, unity, and love that would be told for generations.